Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Kerman Lejarraga knocks out Jack Flatley in the 9th round, in which was a pretty good fight, in my opinion. Of course, Kerman Lejarraga defending his European title at super welterweight. Going into this fight, Lejarraga was a big favourite over Jack Flatley. Going into this fight, let's be honest, Jack Flatley wasn't even really proven at domestic level in the UK. Before this fight, I would describe him as an English level fighter, in and around that sort of level. But to his credit, against Lejarraga, he really did give it a go, as the meme would say. Tried his best, showed a lot of heart in there, but ultimately Kerman Lejarraga was just too strong, too physical, he hit too hard, he was too good, and he was just too experienced for Jack Flatley. Round 1, Kerman Lejarraga, as he always does, inching forwards behind a tight guard, throwing that ramrod jab and looking for that right hand behind it, and also the left hook to the body. He was pressuring Jack Flatley right away, landing a series of hard jabs, some good overhand rights as well. Jack Flatley right away, you could see he was feeling the power. And towards the end of the round, Jack Flatley went down from a Lejarraga jab. Jack Flatley beat the count, and to his credit, he actually finished the round quite strongly. Rounds 2 and 3, Lejarraga was really putting it on Jack Flatley. Lejarraga was actually closing the distance a lot quicker than I've been used to seeing in rounds 2 and 3. He was cutting the distance quickly behind his jab, forcing Jack Flatley against the ropes and teeing off to body and head. Jack Flatley was throwing back some short little counters, snappy little counters, but there was no power in Jack Flatley's shots, and yeah, he took a beating in rounds 2 and 3. Round 4, in my opinion, was probably Jack Flatley's best rounds of the fight. He was doing a pretty good job of slipping Lejarraga's jab and his power shots. He would slip and come back with nice little quick counters. Nothing too hard, nothing that really hurt Lejarraga, but he was scoring some good shots in round 4, and he was definitely, I would say he got the better of round 4, Jack Flatley. After round 4, though, Lejarraga, he kind of regained control of the fight, re-established his jab, and he was pressuring Jack Flatley all around the ring. There were moments when Jack Flatley would show signs of defiance, throw like a 3 or 4 punch combination where a couple of shots would land and things like that, but he just didn't have the firepower to keep Lejarraga off of him. And after round 4, it was basically just Lejarraga slowly chopping down Jack Flatley. As the rounds progressed, Jack Flatley's face was getting more and more marked up, his nose was bleeding, his eye was badly swollen, and quite frankly he was taking a beating, showing a lot of heart, a lot of bravery, but ultimately he was getting beaten up. Round 8, Lejarraga starts to get Jack Flatley going. Jack Flatley is really feeling the pressure, forced back to the ropes. I think Lejarraga landed a jab followed by a straight right hand, and Jack Flatley went down kind of voluntarily. He took a count. He gets back up though, he beats the count, and he sees out round 8. At this point in time, Jack Flatley was well behind. He won one round, he was down twice, and he was getting beaten up by a much stronger, bigger puncher. At the end of round 8, I'll be honest, I felt the corner maybe should have pulled Jack Flatley out, and usually I don't say that, but in this case I think it would have been a good choice to pull Jack Flatley out. Nevertheless, in round 9, it was the end for Jack Flatley. Jack Flatley tried to land some combinations at the start of a round to try and push Lejarraga back, but Lejarraga smelt blood. He exchanged with Jack Flatley, which culminated in Lejarraga landing a really good overhand right bang on the chin, and Jack Flatley was knocked out cold. No 10 count needed. Oxygen masks came out. He was down for quite some time, but he did get back up. He got his oxygen, and thank God Jack Flatley was okay. But a devastating knockout scored by Kerman Lejarraga, And to tell the truth, he really dominated this fight, apart from the odd moment here and there. So yeah, good performance by Kerman Lejarraga. I'll always watch Kerman Lejarraga fight if I'm free, and I've actually covered quite a few of his fights on my channel. He's a really good value for money puncher, very aggressive, and yeah, I'll be interested to see where Kerman Lejarraga goes from here. I wouldn't mind seeing Troy Williamson fight Kerman Lejarraga. I think that's a really good fight. Troy Williamson, British champion at super welterweight, coming off a great win over Ted Cheeseman. I think Lejarraga versus Troy Williamson makes a lot of sense. Stylistically, it's a great fight. Both guys are punchers. Both guys like to come forwards. I think that's the fight to make. But yeah, congratulations to Kerman Lejarraga. Commiserations to Jack Flatley. Showed a lot of heart, but quite frankly wasn't good enough in there. It is what it is. Share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.